Prime Minister Modi meets President Donald Trump in the White House next week. The Prime Minister is among the first global leaders to meet President Trump in his first month in office. Now there's unease in Pakistan, particularly within General Headquarters Rawalpindi, GHQ Rawalpindi, the seat of the Pakistan military. Now outwardly Pakistan may appear to be a democracy with free and fair elections. But the fact is the Pakistan army controls all aspects of life in Pakistan, including its foreign policy. It also controls the terrorist groups like the Lashkar-e-Taiba and the Jaish-e-Mohammed, which it uses as instruments of state policy. Now, just yesterday, we saw visuals of President Zardari in China meeting President Xi Jinping and Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, where he talks about Pakistan wanting to resolve all issues, including Kashmir. At the same time, you had the Lashkar-e-Taiba parading in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir with a new leader, Hafiz Saeed's son Talha Saeed. Joining me to discuss this very interesting spate of developments in Pakistan are Major General V.K. Datta and Lieutenant General Sanjay Kulkarni. Gentlemen, welcome to the News9 Plus Show.
Thank you, Sandeep.
General Kulkarni, I want to start by asking you this. Is this the Trump effect? We are suddenly seeing a lot of movement within Pakistan. The president has gone to China and met Xi Jinping and got an assurance of support. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif is in POK raising Kashmir. And you have this very interesting spectacle of Talha Saeed, who's a dead ringer for his father, the terrorist leader Hafiz Mohammed Saeed, parading in POK. Make sense of us what's going on in the mind of the generals in GHQ Rawalpindi right now.
Sandeep, a nervous breakdown. They are totally shaken up. They really don't know what's hitting them. Firstly, because the way Trump has announced vacate Gaza,
yes.
One. Second, you see the same Hamas wanting to join along with Jaish-e-Mohammed and Lashkar-e-Taiba in that Rawalkot place in Pakistan,
yes.
parading. You saw the kind of horses and everything, and the entire parade being taken, and the kind of pomp and show with guns and rifles and everything that you have. And
yes.
a huge number of people there, maybe some kind of basketball grounds, whatever area that they've all decided to collect there. Then you find Zardari, claiming that all-weather friendship and then welcoming China and requesting China help.
Yes.
And then there's some kind of sharing, between Pakistan and China at the highest level. Then you have the Prime Minister himself going down to Muzaffarabad in Pak-occupied Kashmir, laying wreath. You have Munir, their chief over there. So all that, it's very, very clear. Pakistan has not learnt a lesson. Pakistan continues to use terrorism as
yes.
an instrument of state policy. Pakistan is firmly in the hands of Munir and party. There's no question of the politicians playing any role in Pakistan unless being told or dictated by the Pak army. Presently, and the kind of chaos happening in, I would call it Pakhtunistan,
yes.
the way the both the Taliban and Tehrik-e-Taliban Pakistan are hitting the security forces. You see Baluchistan Liberation
yes.
Army hitting the security forces. So there's chaos. You have Sindhis, rising against Pakistan in Karachi. So
yes.
there's a lot happening in Pakistan. Pakistan economically shattered,
yes.
politically devastated, and now being in the grip of the jihadis. World over, Hamas is a terrorist organization.
Yes.
And imagine America, if America cannot control Pakistan, and China is in, Pakistan gone and sat in the lap of China, what do we expect? My God, what a Molotov cocktail as a neighbor. And
yes.
Pakistan wants good relations with India?
Right.
No question. Pakistan needs to be sorted out, if you ask me, Sandeep.
Right, absolutely. General Kulkarni, the fact that you've highlighted the panic in Pindi right now. General Datta, the Pakistan military is completely caught unawares by this possibility of a meeting between Prime Minister Modi and President Trump. You think that they're trying to, second guess an outcome of that meeting, and therefore you have them moving all their puppets in all directions, including the president in Beijing, the prime minister in POK, the terrorist leader also in POK. They're playing out all their cards in quick succession, General Datta.
It is like chickens running helter-skelter when a cat enters the arena.
Right.
So that is what's happening to Pakistan. Pakistan today is being hit from all directions. The Pakistan army is suffering heavy losses on daily basis. The Pakistan army's morale is down to their boots, whether it is the Baluch Liberation Army, whether it is Taliban Pakistan, whether there is unrest in Sindh, and whether it is the agitation in POK, or whatever is happening in Gilgit-Baltistan. Now Pakistan government is a puppet government as it is. It is playing in the hands of the Pakistan army. And on the other hand, on 8th of February, the PTI is going to carry out a big rally in Pakistan. And that is another factor which has jolted the Pakistan army. Because it is understood, and maybe things are trickling out, that Munir has maybe made a deal with the PTI and Imran Khan that he will get him out of the Adiala jail and maybe give him a house arrest and all, so that he's able to control the Pakhtuns.
Yes.
Because if Imran stays in Taliban Pakistan, the Pakhtun factor and the Pathan factor, anti-Punjab is building up in Pakistan. And if that happens in a big way, Pakistan is going to break up into a number of pieces. Now, while that is happening in Pakistan, Pakistan Army and ISI are trying their best to counter India in whatever way they can, whether running to Bangladesh, sending ISI guys there, creating all kind of nonsense in Dhaka and via the medium of Zunus. And they've also had a meeting with the Chinzo army in Chittagong.
Yes.
The ISI people and the Bangladesh army. They're also trying to negotiate with the northeastern militant groups who are active against India. So Pakistan knows that they are going to drown, and they're seeing that how best can we take anybody else along with us. So I feel a very dark future for Pakistan.
Yes.
And in particular, after Trump and whatever policies is stated so far, is that anti-terror, anti-drug, and the mafia will be also dealt as terrorists.
Yes.
So he is a zero tolerance on terrorism. As far as Hafiz Saeed is concerned, his son is concerned, Hafiz Saeed is already a declared terrorist, and he was supposed to be behind bars, but this joker is being kept under house arrest by the Pakistan army, and they are now playing his son to take up the leadership in J&K to fight jihad against India. I think they are having absolute, I'll say, hallucinations and dreaming something which they can never achieve.
Yes.
If they want to continue with the state policy of terrorism, India has already said there is going to be no talk.
No
as
talks and terror.
Yes.
Terror and talks can't go hand in hand. That's the government of India's policy for almost a decade now, which explains why there's been literally no talks with Pakistan, General Datta, because Pakistan doesn't believe in giving up on its terror instrument, which it uses as a part of its state policy. But, General Kulkarni, I want to come to you about Talha Saeed, the founder of the Lashkar-e-Taiba. Hafiz Saeed is in prison. He's believed to be serving something like a 70-year jail sentence. And lo and behold, you have the Pakistan military that has pulled his son, Talha Saeed, out of their hat and paraded him around. And if you look at him, he seems to be a dead ringer for his father. It's like a stunt double. If you look at him, he was wearing the same kind of pakol hat, the same glasses, the beard, the same girth, all of that. And he's trying to mimic his father. What is the Pakistan military trying to achieve by putting this kind of second generation of a terrorist group in play there? Is it trying to assert its control over the Lashkar-e-Taiba, or is it signaling to India, or is it both?
Firstly, to its own constituency, trying to tell them, here's a double.
Yes.
What if Hafiz Saeed is gone? Here's you have a double, his son.
A body double.
Identical in looks, identical in even his mannerisms.
Yes.
He's picked up everything so perfectly from his father, and the father has groomed his son to become a world-known terrorist. Imagine what is Pakistan up to. Pakistan doesn't seem to understand, having lost Afghanistan, having lost Taliban, who they themselves have created. Taliban, from there comes in 2007, Tehrik-e-Taliban Pakistan, and now in turn they go into Bangladesh and create another front over there with Jamaat I don't
Yes.
know what's Pakistan up to until and unless Pakistan again needs to be, as I said, needs to be sorted out. Not for any other reason, just for this kind of a thing. You have Hamas. What did Hamas do in Gaza, and what are they continuing to do with it? They're actually ruined themselves, and now they find themselves coming in the backyards of India, wanting to, get involved with Pakistan and ISI. And look at the kind of ISI's plans in
Yes.
Bangladesh.
Yes.
Look, imagine what's going on around in our neighborhood. We ought to be alert. We need to be really very, very vigilant. We have to have our surveillance intact, and we really need to have people, and we just cannot have our guards down.
We
Because
can't have our guard
Bangladesh
down
is
indeed.
also
But,
can't be trusted. Yeah.
General Kulkarni, this teaming up of Hamas, is there any credibility to this? The fact that Hamas has now come together, the Lashkar, which is what this parade was all about in POK. Is there any credence? Do you attach any importance to this development there? Is it something for us to worry about? The fact that you have Hamas in the backyard now?
What happens is this entire organizations like the Al-Qaeda, they are not with Khilafat. So you find that they're a little different, this thing, they are not with ISI, but there's a complete Molotov cocktail, all of it into it. You will
Yes.
find Lashkar-e-Taiba into it, Al-Qaeda into it, and when it matters, even the ISI is into it, anything and everything. Though the ideologies may be different, but purpose is one. Is to have their ideology implanted, the entire population indoctrinated into their ideology, and then they will see what they want to do. Taliban doesn't like ISIS at all. The Taliban would not let ISIS come anywhere close to them, because Taliban is a tribal thing, and therefore
Yes.
they believe in only Pashtun. They are only concerned with Pashtun. ISIS is not Pashtun. ISIS is trans-Islam. They're
Yes.
absolute caliphate that they would want to extend anyway, even India if they are their way. So we ought to be very careful. We really need to be very, very vigilant.
We need to be very
have to have
vigilant,
our guards
General
up.
Kulkarni. General Datta, is there cause for concern the fact that you now have Hamas teaming up with Lashkar-e-Taiba? Is this, coming together of these two organizations? Is that also part of the Pakistan military's game plan? Could that be used to carry out what you call deniable terror attacks?
No, I personally feel that it's just it's a propaganda game going on.
Right.
Hamas is maybe thanking the Lashkar-e-Taiba and Hizbul Mujahideen and all these forces from Pakistan. They
Right.
supported Hamas against Israel. They did a lot of agitation against Israel while Israel was carrying out operations in Hamas. So it's maybe a goodwill gesture, a goodwill visit to Pakistan as far as Hamas is concerned, to say that, okay, fine, we are grateful to you for having shown solidarity with us. But at the same time, Pakistan must realize that Israel has got its beads over the Pakistani nuclear assets.
Right.
And America is also in agreement with Israel that Pakistani nuclear assets should be frozen. Pakistan's effort to get the missiles so that they can hit intercontinentally have been stopped.
Yes.
So they are capping that up. So therefore, Pakistan shouldn't think that by getting Hamas here and making a drama, they are achieving anything. In fact, they will maybe balkanize other forces in a stronger manner
Yeah.
to hit back at Pakistan itself per se. And also, as far as we are concerned, it does not make a difference whether it is Hamas there or LET there or Hizbul Mujahideen or anybody. We are ready for them. And
Yes.
as far as the movement is concerned, in POJK, whatever you call it, today there is a massive movement against Pakistan regime.
Yes.
They want Azadi from them. They are fed up with the Pakistan army.
Yes.
They are fed up. The people in Gilgit-Baltistan are fed up with the Pakistan government, and they are very unhappy about the CPAC going through that place. They are not happy about the Chinese also. So therefore, it's not a happy situation as far as Pakistan is concerned. Here, there is a drowning ship trying to say that no, we're still floating and trying to bail out water.
Yes.
So therefore, Pakistan will remain a terrorist state as far as we are concerned. There are going to be no talks with them, and we will make sure that Pakistan drowns even deeper, talks or no talks with them.
Yes,
Because
absolutely.
we had never stopped the talks. They are the ones who stopped the trade. They are the ones who stopped everything. And let them drown now. What difference does it make to us?
Because
As
they
far
don't
as
want to give up
Afghanistan is
the
concerned, we
use
are
of
supplying
terror
them
as an
from the
instrument of
border
state policy. I'm afraid we're completely out of time, General Datta. Thank you very much for joining us, General Kulkarni, General Datta. We're talking about Pakistan's new games that they're playing in the last couple of days, and there seems to be a panic in Pindi, and of course when Pindi panics, there's reason for India to be on its guard to prevent any kind of terror attack. Thank you very much.